Nathan Weinland at RE/MAX Alliance here, and I just got off of a long Zoom call that had some very interesting information about what your home values are doing. Now, we all knew that getting shut down for showings and so forth would make some effect on the market, but I've been really surprised at exactly what it has done. There's a camp of people out there saying that home prices are going to dip, and nationally, there are definitely pockets where it's going to get affected. In our area, though, now we've seen some good stats before we closed down showings in the market, during that time period, and now after. And I think my theory that real estate's going to rubber band back up and fill that demand in our area is dead on. What we saw is the first quarter of the year, very strong numbers, very strong stats, just like I mentioned in the other 2-minute tidbit. Now what we're seeing, though, is fascinating. Of course, April was impacted to the tune of where last year we saw 400 listings during this time. This year we saw 27. 27! You've got to be kidding. I mean, heck, our office does more than that in April by far, let alone the entire market. That's an interesting stat. That means that more sellers have decided to wait than I had anticipated. I thought people would be needing to sell, going ahead and getting things going, but those people have gone ahead and listed and sold already. What we did see is that the houses that were listed in April went under contract immediately, most of the time with multiple offers, and in some cases, escalation clauses. One of the stories was an escalation clause $78,000 above what the list price was. They actually didn't even take that offer. So some fascinating things. Buyers are really strongly coming out the door. Prices are steeply increasing because of this demand. And we're really starting to see some strong buyers out there trying to get into something, because buyers have a solid need to have a place to live. Sellers already have a place and a lot of times can just wait. So fascinating numbers that are coming out, looking at the demand is still very, very strong, and it makes it an unbelievable time to list. So if you know anybody who's kind of waiting to list, that may be a big mistake. Right now, we're seeing that you can probably get more for your house, and you're going to be able to maybe even the rest of the year. The beginning part of the year always steps up in your value. January, February, we're looking at last year's values when we're pricing your house. March, April, we're starting to see what's happening this year. So we see that houses increase in value and then flatten out through the year, kind of that summertime slump. We're definitely seeing that trend right now. Prices have definitely stepped up, and the demand on houses is stronger than ever. Now, if you're a buyer, then the demand is very strong, and April was a very difficult time to find a house. But the most recent stats that we just got, which was just the beginning part of May here, were fascinating. They're almost on par with last year for number of listings and so forth. So I think people have been through their sheltering time frame and they're ready to get going. And I think we're going to see a real strong market coming May and June, maybe pushing that summertime slump back. So I think your home values in Northern Colorado are going to do extremely well, which is good news because we're all a little worried about what's going to happen. I hope you found this helpful, and please reach out. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to do a little analysis on your house, let you know where you're at. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.